keep moving forward. I've only been doing an hour and a half on stream today of giant Jesuses. Only an hour and a half. So I did want to watch the Prince's funeral, but I think we might as well push through the final list here. This one is not getting in. It just is not getting in because it's all plinth, no Jesus. Look at it. Gee, the globe's got some colour to it, which is, we haven't seen much colour in any of these statues yet. But all plinth, no Jesus. Sorry, mate. We're looking for giant Jesuses. We're not looking for giant plinths. This is in Piazza El Salvador, which is Central America again. So we've got even more Central American Jesuses. Batangius Christus in West Papua New Guinea. And there's no image, so I'm going to search. Very flat Jesus. Isn't it, look? Very flat Jesus. And he's atop this sort of Oriental pagoda structure. Big plinth, flat Jesus, not much information. Massive though. Massive, if that's 30 meters. You know, it's as big as the Rio Jesus. That's the Rio Jesus. That's the Indonesian Jesus. Very pretty as well, the area around it. So I'm starting to be warmed to it. Structural ideas surrounding a strangely foreign, you know, in this area with these Oriental and Indonesian imagery and structures. Yeah, kind of like a juxtaposition Jesus. You know, it doesn't seem to be... It's like someone's walloped that in the Indonesian countryside where it doesn't seem to belong. What do you think? Ah, look, I moved the chat and you just popped up. Hello, capital K. Hello, capital K. I'll move my face. I'll shuffle me so that you can get a bit more of you. Shuffle me and we'll have a bit more of you. What do you think about this one? It's baffling me. It's baffling me. I can't decide. Is this good? I mean, it's huge. Let me just read what it says again. 29.5 meters tall. But 15 meters of pedestal. Oh, here we go again. We're talking about giant Jesuses. This one, okay, so it's only, and it was put in by the president of the Indonesian. He was a politician, army general. So it's modern, 2014. 14.5 meters of Jesus. 14.5 meters of Jesus. Jesus first, chat second. That's how it should be, shouldn't it? Not all the Jesuses, not every time. But we've been through quite a few Jesuses, you see. I wonder as well, now we're coming towards the end. As we're coming towards the end of these Jesuses, if we could rate them in a different fashion. Like if they were all to come to life and they were to fight it out, which Jesus would be the victor. I still think Rio Jesus has got a good shout just by being the biggest. But I just can't decide. Is this one going on the shortlist or not? Like, there's something, so that's Rio Jesus. And then there's this, and it's just so similar, isn't it? So if Rio Jesus is so good, why isn't this one? With its beautiful plinths and floral countryside and strange context. There's someone on their holidays, look. Jesus #1. They're having a good time. Yeah, look, they're having a good time. It's going on the list. Copy. Let's put that on the short list. So about the pedestal's upsetting. It's like a. You see, that's what I can't decide. Is it good or is it bad? It's like a optical illusion Jesus, isn't it? It's like a. Because I bet you could go and walk underneath it, and yet just those little pillars holding it up, Jesus could crush you. wonder if that little sign in front says, please don't walk underneath the Jesus. You see, but it's okay if you don't like it. It's okay if it's not the best Jesus, because the final 10 shortlist, we're then going to do the tier list maker, aren't we? So this could end up near the bottom of the tier list, but we need some other Jesuses to compare and contrast against. So, I mean, the fact it's in Indonesia as well. We've had the Philippines, but Indonesia is so way out there that I wouldn't expect. If you're on holiday in Indonesia, if you've gone for your little holidays and you're having your nice food and seeing your nice countryside and, you know, a different social structure developed over a different a different sort of timeline, then you'd stumble across giant Jesus. You'd be like, oh, hello, recognise him. I'm sure Jesus would be happy to crush humans. Crushed. It looks almost like he could fly around on that as well, doesn't he? Like sort of future tech Jesus. This is Elon Musk Jesus, isn't it? This one's Elon Musk Jesus. And I like the colour as well. We haven't seen much colour. So we've added in, like, they've adorned his plinth with colour. Jesus himself has not been coloured in. Just looks like he could have been. Looks like it could be paint by numbers Jesus. Looks like they just haven't finished it. They haven't got onto the Jesus yet. They haven't finished that plinth by that guy's, it's still a bit there to be done. So he's in. Next, Sacred Heart. Oh dear. The Sacred Heart of Jesus is a giant statue of Jesus. Now, I did say that I wanted to see more colour, didn't I? I did say that. Giant statue of Jesus in Rocas Capiz in the Philippines. So again, we're out in the Asias here, Philippines, aren't we? Philippines. 132 foot, 40 metres. Massive. Massive. It's said to be the tallest of its kind in the Philippines. It was built in 2015 with the Pueblo de Pane mixed-use development. It's in a township. I mean, this 7-man team built this. 3 years. Trying to find out what it's made of. It's got an elevator shaft in the middle, reinforced concrete, slabs built to last. It's made of reinforced concrete, I think. This is a gallery here. Hang on, can I move the gallery? Right, okay. Look, yeah, look, you can see that's Jesus' head. So they've done this concrete structuring of, you use like iron, steel, I think it's steel, they're metal and they're bars, but they're thin enough to bend, and like you create these structures and then you pour the concrete over the top and it sticks onto the structures. You know what I'm talking about. That's how you make a giant Jesus these days. And if we move this around, look, you can see, look, that this is them painting. This is the sculptor on top of it, and they're painting it, which I think is blooming awesome. Let's get a big picture then. We're going to have to... This one's going on the list as well. I'm just going to put it on the list right now, because we know it's going on the list, don't we? This one's a guaranteed Jesus. Jesus guarantee. Or your money back. I guarantee you'll love my Jesus, or your money back. Up on a plinth, but not like a magic plinth that he appears to be flying from. Like a little thing. Everyone else has started off with the big plinth. Everyone else has gone big plinth. But over here, we've gone... And I tell you what as well. That's a building in front. There, that's a building. So if Jesus just starts to topple... Just a big face. Bye-bye, big face. Big face is coming and going. We're looking at big Jesuses. I can't have big face and big Jesus. That would be too much for me to corroborate on the screen. Look at this one, though. He's in front of the building. So if he does start to topple, you've got to hope he goes down the hill. Hope he goes sliding down the hill. Because if he topples onto the, and you're all in there, why would you put your big, I suppose it's a gift shop, isn't it? I suppose it's a, like, restaurant and gift shop. You buy yourself a little mini Jesus to go on your dashboard after you've visited the giant big Jesus. But look at that, red. Why has no one took a picture of it in a high resolution? There you go. Look, there's one. That's the one from Wikipedia that we didn't even want because it doesn't have all the rest of him. God, they put the hands. Look, it just doesn't hit the pedestal. Just seems like, whose idea was that? It just looks, oh, come on. It looks like they just, like a bit of pallet, like a bit of wooden pallet on top of some. There you go, a better view there from the side. That seems a little safer there from the side in a way. But they could finish that off, couldn't they? They could finish that and fill it out a bit more. Looks like they've left the scaffold up just to be safe. Oh, and he's waving. Is he waving or is he stopping traffic? Don't shoot, Jesus. It's don't shoot, Jesus. And Jesus he's got the holes in the hands. They've gone for that big motif. Definitely Jesus. You know it's Jesus. He's got holes in his hands. Whether his face looks like Jesus or not, they've gone for the dark hair, which is not a common. They're giving him the dark hair, centre parting, but coming forward over like that. Not centre parting, coming back off the face. So interesting on the hair there. Interesting, and then hanging down heavy. Little beard. Looks a bit like Russell Brand, doesn't he? But he looks like he's don't shoot. And then he's putting his hands up and his sleeves haven't gone with it. It's so square. And his elbows and what's all this? He's got big thick arms. Or is that clothes? It's very strange, the arms. Very strange. Up there, on the hills as well. You've got to drive up the hills to get there. Look, up there. Not like down in the town. Right up there. Not the prettiest, most picturesque, but right up there. Wow. Jesus. How many have we got on our shortlist now? I'll just check one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we only need 2 more, and we've got 2 that we could have put on, but we decided no, we're not so sure. There was that bronze one in the Andes that I quite like because it was bronze. Sagrat Cor de Jesus in Ibiza, Spain. I'm surprised that's all plinth. We're not even. There's no point. There's no point. It's all plinth. You used to have a hole in your left hand. Blimey. That sounds serious. Good job. I'm assuming you're right-handed because most people are. Good job it was your left hand, I guess. Always look on the bright side. Unless you live in Sagrat Cor de Jesus, where your Sagrat Cor de Jesus is just rubbish. It's just a massive tower. And then Jesus walloped on top. Someone's even, when they took the photo, Ibiza, Spain is notorious for being a party town, lots of sunshine. No one's having a party and there's no sunshine. They took the worst photo they could. So we're getting off. We're not even staying there. But what I did want to say, Ibiza, Spain, we've got a lot of Spanish. We've got a lot of South American Spanish speaking. We've got a lot of. Let me just put something on the screen while I'm talking. We've got a lot of. A lot of Spanish, a lot of South American, a lot of one sort of area seems to be going on. We've got a bit of American. Oh, spooky. Maybe it was. Maybe we've all got a bit of Jesus in us. Maybe that's a bit of the old. DNA de Ray. Maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe you've got a bit of Jesus in you. Lots of Spanish, aren't there? I got confused. We've got an American one. We've got an African one. Is there any continent that hasn't represented with Jesus? Australia and the UK. I haven't seen a British Jesus. This one is called The Statue of Jesus, titled "I've Come to Save the World." It's the tallest Jesus statue in the Middle East. Oh, and of course, why haven't we got so many in the old hometown? Maybe it's an indication I should always take the left-handed path. Did you know, little fun fact, that the word sinister, I'll write it in sinister. I didn't have to write it in chat, but I did. Sinister, Latin for left-handed, but or left. Oh, I should be more educated on this. It's Latin for left hand, and so it became a word that meant like sinister and bad, but originally it didn't mean that. It just meant left-handedness, I think. Fun fact that might not be a fact. This one that we're looking at here is in the Middle East. So I was surprised that we didn't have so many statues of Jesus over there, because, you know, they're into Jesus, aren't they? Where he would come from and all that, aren't they? Or maybe they're not, are they? They've got the Israel, Judaism, and then Islam. Yeah, maybe they're not into Jesus. That's ironic, isn't it? They don't like him that much where he used to live. But this one is in the Middle East. It's 2013. Where though? Where? Jerusalem. On the route to Jerusalem from Constantinople. So that's appropriate, isn't it? That's appropriate. And it's metal again, isn't it? Bronze. I like bronze. This could make it. Armenian sculptor. You know, it's got a lot of, you know, it's representing in all those factors that I just said I think we should. Worldly representative, well sculpted, bronze, striking. Quite a lot of plinth. Yeah, quite a lot of plinth. You like the detail? You see the detail here, yeah. I even like the plinth because of this whole Jerusalem conflict thing. You know, this plinth even speaks of torsion. I don't know, yeah. There's something special about this one. Going to pop this one on because then we're only looking for one more, aren't we? And then I think we're 1, 2, 3. I have to count them every time. 3, 4, 5. I should have put little numbers by them. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, put this one on. Then we've got 9 Jesuses. And this one's out there in that part of the world. We can learn more about it in the final episode if we use it. North of Damascus. Yeah, that's a good place to have a Jesus. And then we've got 2, 3 more. And if we don't find one there, we'll pick out one of the other 2 that I liked from before. So that one's on top of the cathedral. This probably goes quite high, doesn't it? Quite high, being as it's on top of the church. But that don't count. Does it? Do you think that counts? You can't even see it. Right up on the top there. And it's interesting because you go to church to sort of communicate with God, don't you? You know, you're part of the congregation. You're in there singing to God. He's on top. He's on the roof. Come down off the roof. What are you doing up there? On the roof, mate. Not just on the roof as well. Not just like out that, you know, you come out the window onto the balcony, have a little, don't need cigarettes, they're naughty. You know, have a little coffee in the sunshine. Not that, but on the roof, like fully on the roof. It's like when you've got a naughty, I don't want to say child because I used to do it and I wasn't a child, I was like a teenager, a naughty boy who at some sort of social gathering party, or we did it once when we went to a school. Should we say this? We went to a school. Definitely don't do this. Definitely don't do this if you're at school. But we went to an outward bound retreat thing, like country house activities in the countryside, running through wet leaves, horrible. And in the evenings to entertain ourselves, we had like, you know, table tennis and things like that. And me and a friend got on the roof. Like right up on the roof as well. So don't do that, it's naughty. But yeah, like a naughty Jesus there, right up on the roof, isn't he? What are you doing up there? Come down from there. It's dangerous. Church beautiful, Jesus teeny weeny. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I should have noticed that the church is in itself is absolutely splendid, isn't it? Yeah. Look at that. Beautiful architecture. And it's up on a hill as well. It's nicely up on a hill. something to go and do, isn't it? Pop up to the church for a day, have a little ice cream out on the hill. Not getting in our list. Get off me list. Get off me list, you tiny Jesus.